QVED, Quo Vadis Editorial Design, short QVED. Where is editorial design heading? For the third time, the curators of QVED, Boris Kochan, Mike Ködinger, Jeremy Leslie and Horst Moser, focused on exactly this question. From February 26 to 28, 2015, they invited renowned experts of this interdisciplinary field of text, image, design and technology. And as in previous years, this year's QVED turned out to be a lot more than just another conference on design.
Diese QVED ist einfach ein gigantisches Fest. Ein Fest für die Sinne, ein Fest für den Kopf. Es ist inspirierend, es ist ein großes Gemeinschaftswerk von ganz vielen Menschen, die auf wirklich unglaublich engagierte Art und Weise gemeinschaftlich dafür sorgen, eine Konferenz zu machen, wie es sie ganz selten gibt.
It is more than just the unique atmosphere of QVED that attracts editorial designers, graphic designers, photographers, university lecturers and students.
But it's about loving editorial design. The reason we love that, in all its forms, analog and digital. It's about words and it's about images and it's about design. I love the way they come together and add and multiply. And
most and foremost, QVED is a feast for the eyes. There is much to see and to be fascinated by, such as the collection of Amsterdam-based designer Jaap Biemans, who writes one of the most celebrated blogs on the subject of magazine covers, under the pseudonym Cover Junkie. The world of editorial designers is a truly unique cosmos. From independent magazines to the products of large publishing houses, politics, satire, fashion, technology, sports, art and business. In short, the fabric of modern life comes together in editorial design, which is why the curators covered such a large range in their smartly designed program.
Kiosk heißt deshalb nicht zufällig.
As a result, historic excursions, such as the lecture by Herbert Lechner, who made the story of kiosks as the urban window of all sorts of magazines, come alive, or Thilo von Debschit's touching lecture of the oeuvre of Fritz Kahn, born 1888 in Berlin, and the inimitable illustrations of his popular science books. And then there were the old masters of the discipline, including John D. Barry, Roger Black and Stephen Heller, who among many other things worked as art director at the New York Times for more than 30 years, and who cast an ironic eye on the importance of avant-garde magazines for the development of editorial design.
But the term avant-garde is a little misleading because you're avant-garde for about a minute and then you're garde.
One of the many highlights was the panel discussion with Heller and John D. Barry, author and honorary president of ETAPI, and Roger Black, art director and design consultant for a broad range of print media, including Rolling Stone magazine, the New York Times and the Washington Post. And there was the great Helinde Kölbel, who presented her somewhat oppressive project Targets, in which she took pictures of the targets used by soldiers to practice shooting at people in almost 30 countries. And the fantastic pictorial design of Silvana Zybura, alias Madame Peripety, which to date have enchanted numerous clients including Canon, Stella Artois and Le Monde. And finally there was Horst Moser, who presented Irre, a downright ludicrous review of the media frenzy surrounding the Football World Cup 2014. When the question of where editorial design is heading arises today, the interplay of print and digital media must not be overlooked. The topic was thus central to the lectures of many of the speakers, including Veronica Burian and José Scayone of the multiple award-winning Type Foundry Type Together, and magazine designer Kati Krause, who is well-versed in the worlds of both print and digital media.
I think that what happened with digital media is because it's so cheap to publish, and because of business models, because of display advertising, is that every medium on the web sort of sees itself as either a news site or blog. And I believe that we can create a lot more value.
With more than 50 speakers, QVED 2015 presented an impressive program, rounded out by a panel discussion with illustrator panelists. The presented results of the workshop Mag Talents and an exhibition also allowed visitors to gain an insight into the world of student magazines. The claim that this conference is most and foremost a big celebration was confirmed once more on the last evening of the conference, when Hong Kong 5, a band made up of 5 former editors of German magazine Der Spiegel, made sure that QVED 2015 ended in a boisterous note.